Hey all. So I turned my AC on today and the fans came on and it started acting like normal, but after about an hour or so the temperature hadn't gone down even a single degree. So clearly something wrong with my AC system. The most common things to go wrong in a household AC are going to be your fans or the capacitors that start and run your fans, and after that it's going to be in all likelihood your compressor. So I went upstairs and I checked the fan upstairs. It was working just fine. I came out here and there's a fan in the top of this condenser unit right here. But it was also working fine. However, normally if your AC is running properly, this fan is going to be blowing out air that's hotter than ambient air. And that's because it's taking the heat out of your home and releasing it outside. So the air that's being blown up right here should be hotter than the surrounding ambient air. It wasn't. It was a little bit cooler, which means that in all likelihood either I have a leak in my system, which is uncommon and expensive. You're going to need a professional for that. Or the other alternative is my compressor in all likelihood wasn't coming on. And that can be a pretty easy fix as long as your compressor still works. What's more likely to go out is your capacitor. And that's right here. And just like replacing any capacitor, you're going to want to look for the ratings in terms of the microfarads. So here I was able to just Google GE 97F9817 and this exact capacitor came up, so I was able to replace it without issue. Sometimes that won't be possible. Sometimes it won't even have an obvious manufacturer's markings like that, but they'll always rate it in terms of the number of microfarads. This one's 60 and 7.5 plus minus 6. So I just made sure that the new one had that same rating. You can see at the very top 60/7.5 microfarads plus minus 6. 50 to 60 hertz is standard. 370 volts 440 AC, VAC. All of that is going to be standard across the two. So just make sure that you're getting another capacitor to replace your existing one that has the same ratings, and then you'll be good to go. These come off really easily. It's just a little strap holding this on. One bolt on this side, old one comes out. Take the fittings off, take the wires off the old one, put them on the new one in the same configuration. Before you do any of that, of course, make sure that you shut off power to your AC unit. Usually you don't even have to turn off your circuit breaker for this. Right outside by the condenser unit, you'll have an assembly like this with a switch, so just flip that to the off position and it'll shut off power to the entire outside unit, so you're good to go. So make sure to do that first. I'd suggest wearing gloves. It's not a bad idea to short out the top of the capacitor with a screwdriver, like here's the old one, by going like this to make sure that you've removed all the current so that you don't shock yourself, because you can get a nasty shock from a capacitor. So do that first before, turn off the power first and then short it out before you bother taking it out of the holder and replacing all the wires. But once you've done that, now you've got a new capacitor. Your AC should start right up and run the way it was supposed to. I've already tested this. That was the problem. So what could have been a very expensive, calling an AC repairman out, charges me hundreds of dollars for the visit and to replace the capacitor. It was a $19 capacitor. It took me 5 minutes to do. So easy fix for a typical home AC problem. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all later.